Hello everybody, it's Nancy, and today we're going to do a really fast and easy but elegant Christmas card. That's right, I said Christmas. I know it's early, but it's never too early to start. And when Christmas gets here and you're like, oh, I need to make a fast Christmas card, you're going to look this video up. So here we go. All right, I'm using this new Blue Knight rubber stamps called Winter Farmland. And I know you're like, well, it's not necessarily Christmas, but you can make it Christmas. I'm going to show you how easy it is. All right, so I have my stamp in my mini Misty. I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 80-pound Neenah Solar White Classic Crest. I'm going to stamp, ink that up with some Brutus Monroe Detail Raven ink because we are going to be Copic coloring this. Now, I choose to do Copic coloring on this because it's going to be very bright. If you go back and look at my videos, I always do one of these every year. It's just a fun, easy way, like I say, to make a beautiful Christmas card. So we're going to stamp this down. We want it to be nice and dark and black. So we might have to stamp it a couple times, which is why we use our stamp positioning tool. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, I do have a piece of sticky grid behind there holding that in place so that it doesn't move. Okay, I think that is perfect. Okay, there you can see the piece of sticky grid. I'm going to move that out of the way. All right, so now is the easy part. We are going to color it in. There's not too much to color in because, after all, this is a winter scene. So I'm going to start with the sky. Let's do a really light blue. Looking for a piece of scratch paper to swatch it out on. And I'm using my Arteza markers. That might be too dark. All right, we will come back to the sky. Let's do the tree. It might be a little too dark for the tree. We'll just do the darker areas with this. This one is called Mocha Brown. And I can't stress enough, I say this on every single one of my videos that I do with Blue Knight rubber stamps. The artist has already drawn in all of the highlights and shadows in the image, so all you need to do is just color coordinate that. So because this brown is super brown, dark brown, I'm going to just go into the darker areas of the tree where I see that the artist has drawn all of that in and just do those areas. I'm going to grab a lighter brown. Hazelnut brown. Oh yeah, that's much better. And I'm going to color in my tree branches here. You don't have to be too detailed with this because most of it isn't going to show through once we do the finished layer. So just do the best that you can. Because this is winter, there are little areas that are snow, so just keep that in mind. Now, you don't have to make this a winter card. I did last month the winter cardinals, and I changed that into a spring scene. I colored all of the trees brown. I added some green foliage to the trees. I added grass instead of snow. So you don't have to see this as only a winter card. Keep that in mind. You're only limited by your imagination. Just because there's snow there doesn't mean you can't turn that into mortar on the wall. You can turn it into greenery on your tree. Keep that in mind. Now you don't have to use Copic markers. You can use watercolor markers. You can use color pencils. You can use regular markers. You use whatever medium you have to color this in. I just, again, like the Copics because they are so vibrant that they're going to show through pretty easily here. Okay, let's do a little gray on the rocks here. Cloudy gray, perfect. Excuse me. A tickle in my throat. It's allergy season. Oh my, excuse me, I might have to go get a drink. Okay, this one is a little bit darker gray. This is koala gray. And again, you don't have to be this fussy about it. This one is called Butterscotch Orange. There's a fence here, and I'm just gonna outline that fence. And I gotta go with the brick red because I love that look on a barn. So let me find it. So the first one I have is ruby red. Okay, that looks pretty good. And if you want to go in, this is a darker red called wine red. You can go in and put your shadows and things in there, but like I said, you're not going to really see most of that. Okay, so then just need to do a little bit on the roof. This is fog gray. Yes, a really light gray. I'm just going to add in the shadows to our snow. Because snow is not actually white. It's kind of grayish, right? This snowy hill in the background. I'm just very sloppily giving it color. There we go. Let me clean this up. There we go. Okay, now, I never did find my light blue for the sky, did I? One that was like a really super light blue. This is it. Here it is. Glacier blue. Oh, I forgot to do the snow and the trees. No big deal. Okay, see how quickly I colored that in? Super easy to do. You can tell it's a winter scene. Now is the fun part. We're going to take some double adhesive tape, and I'm just going to take a piece of this, either Elizabeth Craft Designs or scrapbook.com. It's all the same. It's just heavy duty double-sided tape. I already have this cut down. I have a piece of scratch paper here to collect it in, and we are going to add glitter. So what you want to do is, once you have everything colored, at this point, if you want to put your sentiment on there, you can certainly do that as well. I want to touch up my snow here. I totally forgot to do. Not that it matters too much. Okay. So this is how it becomes. Hold on, I just realized I didn't do my door jambs. My barn doors. There we go. I like that better, dark brown. Okay. Now I'm just being a perfectionist. Leave it alone. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to leave it alone. So this is super easy. You're just going to take off one side of the release paper because this is double-sided. Full sheet of adhesive. I like this adhesive because it is super strong. Okay, and you're just going to put that right over your entire image, okay? Now, probably want to cut off all of this extra adhesive because it's just going to get in the way. So cut it to fit. I would say best piece of advice I can give is to have your adhesive a little larger than your image, because if you cut it the exact size of your image, and believe me, you don't line up one little corner of it, then you're going to be missing adhesive on that part of the picture. And then you're going to be like, oh, how do I fix that? So just make your adhesive a little larger than your panel and you'll be fine. And my card panel is 5 1/4 by 4, but I will probably cut that down as well. And it's okay. You can cut it while it has glitter on it. It's not going to hurt anything. Just make a little bit of a mess. But you just use your Swiffer dry cloths to clean it up. These are the Tim Holtz non-stick scissors, so they make it very easy to cut that adhesive off and get it out of the way. Okay, so now we're good there. I do want to take my bone folder and just kind of burnish that and make sure that is stuck on there nice and tight. We don't want any air bubbles. Okay, I am using Art glitter. It's crystal, ultra fine, transparent. There are a lot of glitters out there you can use. Some are super chunky, some are super fine. I like the fine because then you can see through it, and because this is transparent, you'll be able to see the image a little easier. All right, and then once you get that up, carefully pull that off. And then we're going to coat the whole thing with glitter. Okay, I'm going to set that aside a second while I put the glitter back in the jar. And normally I do use a coffee filter, but I just happen to have this on the desk, so. And if you have a soft brush, I do not recommend using your foiling brush for this, okay? You do not want that glitter stuck on your foiling brush. Okay, so then we're going to take this, and then this is our original adhesive backing sheet. We are going to take that, put that over the glitter, and now take our bone folder and again press that glitter, really burnish that glitter down into the glue, into the double-sided adhesive. You could use glue, but this is a lot faster and less messier. Okay, and now we have this beautiful glitter card. I really like to just rub that, burnish it down. And now if you put that on like a red card base, a heavy red card base, it makes a really elegant card. So you can still see all the colors. You can see that it's a barn, but you have all of that wonderful snow on there. I'd probably go with a less glittery. Where is the other glitter I normally use? Hold on, let me find the other one that I use. Nope, that's about the same. There is one that I have that's not as glittery. It's a really fine, looks like snow. So you're going to experiment with what you have. I have this one here, White Pearl, which I've used because it doesn't have as much glitter in it, but it's not as translucent. I also have Martha Stewart glitter. So I have all kinds of glitters that I've tried. This one just happens to be really super sparkly. Now, if you don't have glitter, you're not a person who likes glitter, another thing you can do is coat the whole image with Versamark ink and then cover it with embossing powder. So there's crystal embossing powder out there, which is, again, it's translucent. You can see through it, but it has specks of glitter in it. You could do it that way too, and then you don't have to worry about that flaking off because that's more permanent. So there you go. That is my tutorial on a really quick Christmas card. Again, the stamp set that we use is Winter Farmland. And there you see, all we do is color it, put some double-sided adhesive on it, put some glitter on it, and then mount it to a card, and we are done. If you have any questions, post them down below. I will link everything that I use down in the description for you. If you like this video, I do appreciate your thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, click that button and click the bell to get notifications. Again, you can pick this stamp up at Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. Thanks for watching and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.